From the horrifying premonition scenes including long trucks and roller coaster to complex chain reactions involving everything from spilled spaghetti to malfunctioning tanning beds, a huge number of characters has seen deaths tragically catching up with them in inventive and horrifying ways. Thankfully, there is no different in the new film Final Destination Bloodlines. If you are wondering that or just want to know how the rest of the characters are killed off, here we have the Final Destination Bloodlines ending explained. But be warned, there are major spoilers ahead. Unfortunately, no one is able to escape death, and all of the major characters in Final Destination Bloodlines die during the events of the movie. After the initial premonition, which takes place in 1968, the first character to meet a sticky device in the present-day timeline is the older version of Iris, who is impaled through the mouth by a weather vane after she leaves the fortified cabin she has been holed up for decades. After that, death starts working its way through her descendants, with Stephanie attempting in vain to explain the rest of her family that they are each in danger. First to bite the dust is Howard, who has his face shredded by a lawn mower after he steps on a broken piece of glass at a family barbecue. Next in line is supposed to be Eric, but after he makes a narrow escape from what looks like certain death at an incident at the tattoo shop where he works, death seems to have skipped by him. Meanwhile, a metal spring from a nearby vending machine is also pulled in and impales Bobby's head in the process. It's now just Stephanie, Charlie and Darlene who remain, and the trio decide to drive to Iris' cabin where they intended to hide out and avoid death. Unfortunately, the RV they are traveling in crashes just before they get there and Stephanie's seatbelt jumps. But knowing she is not next in the sequence, she encourages the other to continue to the cabin. At the same time, the RV has been beginning to drown and it looks like Stephanie is still trapped by the seatbelt. Will be the next to die. She appears to lose consciousness, but Charlie is able to break the seatbelt and perform CPR on her, thus bringing her back to life. Their understanding is that this will have done the trick. Since she briefly died and was revived through resurrections, they have now cheated death. Similar to how Kimberly Corman managed to survive in the events of Final Destination 2. Of course, this means that they are still very much fair game for death, so it proves after an old woman drops a coin, it makes its way onto a nearby railroad track, derailing a train which crashes into the neighborhood. Stephanie and Charlie are able to escape from the train itself, but not from the logs it was carrying, which in a scene that recalls the iconic Final Destination 2 premonition, falling into their paths and instantly crush them. The film then instantly cuts to its closing credits with all of the characters once again killed off.